Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits third all-time in rush yards. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold from the gun. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
A first down throw, Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. Draw play, Washington. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
DeAndre Washington.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Fabian Moreau. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
So if they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Try to pound it in with Washington. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. DeAndre Washington. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Cardinals, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Christian Kirk on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Murray. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing is Murray on third down. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Crowder now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off of play action, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff for Washington. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was
a gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times, just that first read that you had, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. On the completion, Frank Gore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
45-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a draw play for Gore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cardinals nothing.
On 2nd down, Washington. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
DeAndre Washington.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Darnold to his tight end, Herndon, first down, New York. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On on the give. This is Washington. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure. Whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
First down, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
And a Cardinal 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And now he'll tuck it and run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
At the Jets' 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
6 yards on the play.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Completion there to Rashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF, his ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need him now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. 58, boys, 58, 58, come on. And let's get this. Alrighty. 58 for Mike.
Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. 12 yards there and a 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On first, here's Washington. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st down, it's Gore. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. Rosas' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10.
The score, Jets 20, Cardinals 10.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On second down now, Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Washington. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. To throw is Darnold. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, Washington. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was brought down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check safety, check safety.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's complete to Adams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They run with Washington, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made by Devondre Campbell. That's
an 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Watch the twist. Jim.
Right back to Washington. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Frank Gore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Jets 27, Cardinals 13. Aldrich.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
So that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On the play, it's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Davis there on the coverage.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again. Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
And out.
Set him back 5. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Crowder. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 42.
He was brought down by.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the lady. You ain't doing nothing.
Darnold from the gun. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Darnold finding Perriman there for a New York 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running it, Washington. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Staying on the ground with Washington. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Jets 30, Cardinals 20.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Barrios on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Washington, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey. Check three. Check 24. Check 24. Watch twist. Red 80. Hey, watch it. Red 80.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Washington. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Jets on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time it's 3rd and 3. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Good.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 2nd and 16. Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Check, 59. Watch the run. They're rolling it. Mike, check. 59, 57.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Darnold on the keeper.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score, Jets.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jets, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.